Hello and welcome to another uMake tutorial. My name is Nico, and in this tutorial I want to talk to you about everything regarding selecting objects. As you can see, we have this jet engine here, and I'm going to show you how you can select one object, multiple objects, and do that with ease. So let's get started. To select curves and surfaces in uMake, it's as simple as double tapping on the curve or the surface. So I'm going to double tap on this curve, and you'll see when I zoom in, I have the curve selected, indicated by a blue color, and I have this little bounding box that goes around it. And when you have an object that is selected, you have the tools that you can use to move it, rotate it, or scale it. Now, if I want to select an additional object, for example, this other curve here, I'm going to double tap on that, and now that one is selected. You'll see that the bounding box has grown to accommodate that new selected curve. And if I want to select a surface, it's the same process. I'm going to double tap on this surface here, and now you'll see that the bounding box has grown to accommodate that as well. And you'll notice that the surface has changed color to this light gray color. That means that it's selected. That's the color that surfaces change to when they're selected. Curves will become either blue or yellow, this kind of yellow-orange color. When they're yellow and orange, it means that you can make a surface between them. But for now, we're just focusing on the selection process. To deselect a single object, it's as simple as double tapping on that object again. So if I want to deselect this surface, I'll double tap on it. And you'll see right there, what happened is that I didn't deselect the surface. The reason for that is because I have a curve behind this surface, and so that curve you'll see here, right here, this fan blade, actually got selected. I don't really want that, and one of the things to do to avoid that is to make sure that when you are selecting surfaces, that you don't have curves behind the surface. Otherwise, you'll run into an issue like this where the curve could potentially be selected even if it's behind the surface. We're trying to make this better in uMake, but for now, I just wanted to raise your awareness for that. Let's go back and let's try and actually deselect this curve. I'm going to double tap on that, and now that has been deselected. And I'm going to double tap. I'm going to move the camera again, and I'm just going to double tap on that surface. You'll see that that has now been deselected, and we only have the two curves that are selected. Now, if I want to deselect both of those simultaneously, simply double tapping anywhere outside of the object, like that, will deselect it, everything that you have selected. All right, to select multiple objects at the same time, you can come down and use the lasso tool. The lasso tool is located right next to the orbit button, and the way you use it is you tap on it and hold it, and then you draw a selection around the objects that you want to select. So you can see there I drew the circle, and I was able to select all of the fan blades, the front cone, and the front part of the jet engine. I have all of that selected now, and I can come back in, for example, and if I want to deselect just one single thing, I can do that. So I want to deselect this cone, for example, just double tap on that. It doesn't change the rest of the selection. And if I want to deselect everything simultaneously, double tap anywhere outside of that selection, and it is now deselected. So that's about it for selecting and deselecting objects. Simply use the double tap for each object to select them. You can double tap again to deselect objects. You can use the lasso tool to make a multiple selection or to select everything very quickly. And you can double tap to deselect individual objects like that. Pretty easy, pretty fun stuff. And so I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions or comments or feedback for us, feel free to let us know on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram pages. And we can't wait to see what you do in uMake. Have a great day, guys.